Colby, I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you the inspiration for the suit today. That's pretty powerful gear you've got on there.
Yeah, my great suit maker, Luigi Girardi, out of Miami, made me this green suit for money because, that's all I'm bringing in for this company these days and myself.
I like it. Listen, I think you've been kind of surprisingly respectful towards Tyron. I mean, obviously a little trash talk, but not the levels we're used to. I'm curious, is this part of Colby Covington 2.0? Is there something about this matchup that you haven't kind of gone in on him as much as you have on people in the past?
I wouldn't say it like that. I just would say that I got better things to do. I was planning speeches to hang out with the president and attend his rally, and I'm doing bigger things these days. So, I'm not really worried about anything Tyron does. The only thing that I'm going to be worried about is if he tries to rap in that octagon.
This is your first fight as Colby Covington Incorporated, the new team. Talk to me about the preparation. I mean, I imagine, individualized attention, but also a lot of challenges, right? I mean, you left an accomplished team, accomplished structure, all those things. So have there been any challenges in this new setup that you have, or have you found it pleasant?
I found it very pleasant. It's been, very just free. I don't have people that go to a manager and complain to him, and be like, oh, you need to kick this guy out. He said some mean things. This professional cage fighter who gets locked in a cage in his underwear to take people's brain cells. Oh, but he says mean things. Kick him out of the gym. If you got complaints, direct them to the head of the complaint department, me at Colby Covington Incorporated.
Nice. A win here would certainly be big for you. There'd be clearly two fights on the table that everybody would want to see, right? The rematch with Kamaru Usman, I think everybody would be in for that, or the grudge match with Masvidal. So if you were able to pick one or the other, if Dana came to you and said, Colby, we like your style, we like what you're doing, you make the call. Which fight do you take first?
That's a tough one to ask because both those guys are going to get it. It doesn't matter in which order it goes. It could be Marty Fake Newsman first or Street Judas Masvidal, but they will both get it unless they're both cowards and tuck their heads between their tails and run off. But, those are the only two fights I'm looking for after I end Tyron Woodley's career on Saturday night on ESPN.
Hey, Colby. I think most people thought that it was going to be you and Tyron up on stage together. When did you find out that wasn't going to be the case?
I thought the same thing. I thought I'd be able to get in his head, play some mind games, see him face to face, look that coward in the eyes after we did the press conference. But I just found out yesterday. They called me and they said, hey, you're going to be just a single, and there'll be all the nerds from the media that should be at the Comic-Con and Dungeons and Dragons thing. But, I found that out yesterday.
Dana said it was because they wanted to highlight the undercard. Do you think that's the truth? Or do you think maybe Tyron asked not to engage with you in person?
Yeah, I would think that Tyron asked to not engage with me in person. He's doing his little thing. He's trying to copy what I do. He's wearing some hat that says whatever it said, make racists fade again, But the only person that's catching a fade is Tyron Woodley on Saturday night. And he's the only one that's racist. And the only race there is in this fight is the race to get him out of the UFC.
When you used to train with him, even before you started being such an avid Trump supporter, you were targeting him years ago, saying that you've been training with him, you could beat him. What did you see in training that made you so confident that you could beat him in a fight?
I just saw that Tyron Woodley was a tin man, and he had no heart. And so I knew right away that, if we ever crossed paths, it was going to be an easy night's work for me. And that's what's going to happen on Saturday night. It's going to be, easy money, and I'm going to expose him and take him to the deep end of the pool, and he's going to drown.
I saw a quote from your coach earlier this week saying that you've just found out that you're not a southpaw. Is that true?
No, it's definitely not true. I didn't just find out I'm a southpaw. I've been fighting southpaw my whole career, and boxing southpaw for 15 plus years. So, I just choose to put my right leg in the front because that's the way I wrestled, and I feel comfortable with my footwork, and I've developed a strong left hand, and I have power in both my hands. So, just like Uncle JLP says, why wouldn't you put your strong hand in the front? Because boxing says that the most effective thing is your jab. So, I feel very comfortable from southpaw, but I can fight from both positions now. So we'll have to see. I'm chaos. I'm unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen Saturday night.
I know Tyron has sort of minimalized the impact and the stuff behind it, but what did you think when you saw Jorge Masvidal going to train with him?
I thought that was a great game plan for Tyron Woodley to bring a guy who I used to beat up every day, and so he could learn how to lose to me, The only thing they were game planning was how they're going to pay their alimony payments.
Thanks very much.
Colby right here on the other side. We just saw you take another photo with President Trump with fellow UFC fighters. I'm just wondering what that experience was like so close to your fight.
Man, that was amazing. Getting to see President Trump again, I've seen him multiple times now, and I know 1% of the people ever get to see him ever in their lifetime, and the fact that I've got to see him multiple times is inspiring, humbling, and it was an honor. And I feel like I got some dragon energy from him, and it doesn't matter if they put Hulk in the cage or Superman this weekend, no one's going to beat me.
And then in that group photo that was posted, on the other side of you was Ali Abdelaziz, who you've had a couple run-ins to in the past. Was anything said between you two while you were there?
He knows better than to say something to me. He knows what would happen. Last time he tried to swing on me in the Palms Buffet line. But, I'm a professional. I'm in front of the President of the United States, the President of the UFC, Dana White. I conduct my business like a real American. I'm a hard blue-collar American. I'm not a criminal like Ali Abdelaziz, that FBI informant.
Colby, Media Nerd 101 right here. Now, I want to ask you this. Where does this fight rank with all the hype behind it? I know you just fought for the title. Where does this fight rank in your legacy?
It ranks up there high. It's a great fight. It's real animosity. It's two guys that want to take each other's heads off. And, you got red versus blue. You got me, capitalism, versus him, communism. You got me, MAGA, versus him, maggot. So, this is a heated rivalry, long time in the making, and it's better late than never. So it's up there, but it's not the highest or the best challenge that I've had.
With the pressure of the president watching and meeting him again a few days ago, is this make or break for the Colby Covington career?
Nah, not at all, man. Having the Don support, is a blessing. And I just feel thankful to be here. I wasn't supposed to be here, man. I'm a kid who grew up in a small town in Oregon that was never supposed to get out. So the fact that I'm hanging out with the president, fighting for multi-six-figure paychecks and seven-figure paychecks is an honor. And, you're going to see the best me this weekend and how hungry I am. Before I was playing with you guys thought I was serious before. You're going to see how serious I am this Saturday night.
You were the only one wearing an orange suit. Did he like the orange suit? You didn't get the memo for the dark navy blue like everybody else.
Everybody knows, I don't follow suit with anybody. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. So I do what I want. He loved the suit. He was giving me compliments about it, and, multiple shout-outs during his rallies. So, he loved it. I know he did.
And lastly, when they call you pillow hands, I think Gilbert Burns tweeted that. What's your response?
Who?
Gilbert Burns. I think he tweeted something about pillow hands.
Who's that?
He's a top contender in the welterweight division.
Never heard of him.
He's fighting Usman for the title.
Never heard of him. They brought some guy off the street to fight Usman for the title? Man, that's bizarre.